Welcome to Iraqi Dinar Intelligence. The coordination between banks, both public and private, is the final proof point of readiness. While some institutions will handle Tier 4B private exchanges, others like Chase will manage large-scale public transactions. This multi-layered approach ensures efficiency and security, accommodating different investor needs, and recognizing this structure allows you to strategize effectively, knowing which channels to use for your specific exchange goals. Finally, for those holding Iraqi dinar or preparing for the revaluation, the most important step is to stay informed. Chase's 2025 policies, tiered limits, and structured appointments are designed to support investors through a safe, compliant, and organized process, and staying calm, patient, and educated will help you navigate the revaluation without unnecessary stress or confusion. The groundwork has been laid, the systems are live, and the stage is set for a major currency event. In conclusion, Chase Bank's recent policy updates are clear signals of preparation, operational readiness, and alignment with international financial developments, providing the most actionable guidance yet to ensure a smooth, safe, and compliant exchange process. Remember, this is a time to be strategic, informed, and patient. The opportunities are coming, and those who are prepared will benefit the most. Hey everyone, welcome back to Iraqi Dinar Intelligence. Because what you're about to hear might just be the biggest story of our generation, as today something happened that has the entire world watching, and no one saw it coming this fast. The Iraqi dinar, a currency many thought would never rise again, has just rewritten history. This isn't speculation. This isn't rumor. This is the dawn of a new reality. The revaluation of the Iraqi dinar has gone live, shaking global markets, governments, and investors across every continent. The question now isn't if this changes your future, it's how much. So grab your seat, because for the next few minutes we're breaking down what happened, why it matters, and what comes next in a world that just witnessed one of the boldest financial shifts in modern times. Let's rewind for a moment. For nearly 2 decades, the Iraqi dinar has been a currency surrounded by skepticism, hope, and countless theories. People called it a dream, a gamble, even a myth. But beneath all the chatter, Iraq's financial system was quietly rebuilding, one reform, one policy, one international agreement at a time. Behind the scenes, leaders were preparing for a day when Iraq could finally reintroduce itself to the global economy with strength and confidence. And today, that day has arrived. The long-awaited revaluation, or RV, has officially happened. It's not just about a new exchange rate. It's about a nation reclaiming its financial sovereignty. The world markets have now confirmed what millions of patient holders always believed. The dinar has value and Iraq is back on the world stage. Now, what does this really mean? The new value of the Iraqi dinar isn't just a number. It represents decades of reconstruction, policy reform, and economic alignment with the world's most powerful institutions. After operating for years under an undervalued system, Iraq has now positioned its currency among the strongest in the Middle East. This bold move has sent shockwaves through the global financial ecosystem. Stock markets from Dubai to London have begun reacting. Oil traders are recalculating contracts, and international banks are adjusting their internal exchange tables. This is the moment when Iraq transitions from a developing economy into a rising powerhouse. The financial dominoes that are falling right now will reshape trade, investment, and even regional stability for years to come. To understand how we got here, we need to go back to the groundwork Iraq has been laying for months, maybe even years. The Central Bank of Iraq has been working tirelessly to modernize its systems. From digital banking infrastructure to new currency designs, from anti-corruption measures to partnerships with international institutions, every move was part of a bigger picture. Iraq was preparing not just for a rate change, but for a complete economic transformation. Upgraded payment systems, connections with SWIFT networks, and enhanced banking compliance with IMF and World Bank standards all pointed to one destination: global readiness. What we are seeing today is not a surprise. It's the outcome of a deliberate strategic journey to bring Iraq into the next phase of financial independence. What makes this event historic is not just Iraq's decision, but how coordinated it seems with the international community. Reports indicate that leading financial systems and global banks had already been aligning for this shift. When the update went live in Iraq, digital screens across several major banks instantly reflected the new rate. Within hours, financial terminals in Dubai, London, and New York began to sync with the new valuation. It was a domino effect across the digital banking network. a signal that this wasn't an isolated move. It was global integration in real time. For investors and institutions watching closely, this was the confirmation they had been waiting for. Iraq's revaluation is real. It's live and it's here to stay. So what is the new value? According to official financial updates, the Iraqi dinar is now valued at a level that places it among the strongest regional currencies. This shift represents not just a massive increase in value, but a transformation in Iraq's global standing. The dinar has become a symbol of resilience, proof that even after decades of conflict and instability, a nation can rebuild its financial foundation and rise stronger than before. Traders around the world are calling this a monetary miracle. But for Iraqis, this is justice. A long overdue correction for a country that has worked tirelessly to restore its credibility and economic power. The energy across Iraq today is electric. In Baghdad, crowds gathered outside banks and government buildings, celebrating with flags, music, and tears of relief. For many citizens, this isn't just about money. It's about pride, hope, and renewal. People who once lost everything during years of hardship now see a future worth believing in again. News anchors could barely hold their emotions as they announced the new rate. For the first time in decades, Iraqis are feeling what it's like to stand on equal financial ground with the rest of the world. This is more than a headline. It's a rebirth of national spirit. But this revaluation is not just about Iraq. It's sending ripples throughout the world. Oil markets are reacting sharply, with analysts predicting a recalibration of global energy pricing models. Because Iraq is one of the largest oil producers on the planet, the new value of its currency directly influences how oil contracts are priced and settled. In addition, major corporations and foreign investors who had been hesitant to re-enter Iraq are now taking a second look. In just 24 hours, regional stock markets reported spikes in Iraq-linked investments. The Baghdad Stock Exchange hit record highs, signaling the start of what could be one of the most rapid economic booms of this decade. The timing of this event could not have been more strategic. With the global economy in a state of flux, Iraq's decision to revalue its currency right before a new fiscal cycle positions it for maximum advantage. It sends a clear message to the world. Iraq is not waiting for opportunities, it's creating them. This moment also opens the door for deeper partnerships across Asia, Europe, and North America. International funds, sovereign investors, and energy conglomerates are already moving quickly to secure their positions in Iraq's new economy. This is not just about a rate adjustment, it's about Iraq entering a new financial identity. Now let's talk about technology. Alongside the revaluation, Iraq has launched its Digital Dinar initiative, a forward-thinking move designed to connect the nation directly with the global digital economy. This initiative allows instant peer-to-peer transfers, digital wallets, and cross-border payments that meet international standards. It's a leap that not only modernizes Iraq's economy, but also gives ordinary citizens direct access to digital finance tools. Imagine a farmer in Basra or a small business owner in Mosul using the same secure systems that global banks use. That's the future Iraq is building, and it starts now. For investors and holders of the dinar, the next few days are crucial. Experts advise patience and caution. While excitement is understandable, it's important to follow official channels for any exchanges or redemptions. Banks and government offices will release clear instructions on how to proceed. Remember, global financial transitions of this scale require synchronization between multiple countries and systems, so patience will pay off. This is not the time for impulsive moves. It's the time for informed decisions. Behind the scenes, financial leaders and policymakers across the world are recalibrating their strategies. The US, European Union, and Asian markets are all assessing how this revaluation impacts global trade. Because when a nation like Iraq, with massive energy reserves and strategic trade routes, shifts its currency power, it sends shockwaves far beyond its borders. Economists are calling this a potential reset moment in Middle Eastern finance. It's reshaping not just Iraq's future, but possibly the future balance of global economics. This revaluation is also expected to bring new life into Iraq's domestic economy. With a stronger currency, imports become cheaper, inflation stabilizes, and consumer confidence grows. Businesses can plan for the long term. Infrastructure projects, foreign partnerships, and tourism all stand to benefit from this newfound stability. Iraq is no longer being viewed as a risk zone, but as an emerging opportunity hub. And for everyday citizens, this could mean a stronger job market, better services, and improved quality of life. It's also worth noting the global symbolism of this moment. For decades, Iraq has been a story of struggle, conflict, and rebuilding. Today, it's a story of redemption and rebirth. This revaluation represents not just numbers on a chart, but the spirit of a people who refuse to give up. It's a reminder that even in the most uncertain times, persistence and vision can turn dreams into destiny. This is why so many around the world are watching with admiration, because Iraq's success gives hope to every nation, fighting to reclaim its economic dignity. Now, how does this event affect global investors? The answer, massively. Currency traders are calling this one of the most significant value movements in modern financial history. Some are even comparing it to post-war recoveries that reshaped entire economies. The Iraqi dinar surge is already influencing portfolio adjustments in emerging markets. Hedge funds and institutional investors are recalibrating positions to include Iraq as a legitimate growth story rather than a speculative bet. That's how transformative this moment truly is. Let's take a step back and see what this means for the future of global finance. If Iraq succeeds in stabilizing and expanding its revalued economy, it could inspire other nations to follow similar paths. Countries like Vietnam, long rumored to be considering modernization of their currency systems, are watching closely. Financial analysts predict that Iraq's move could trigger a new wave of regional economic upgrades. In other words, the ripple effect of this one revaluation could reshape entire continents' economic trajectories. In the short term, expect volatility. Global markets don't adapt overnight. There will be fluctuations, readjustments, and probably a few surprises. But in the long run, this event is likely to bring more balance and opportunity to the global economic system. Iraq's rise could stabilize oil markets, strengthen regional alliances, and encourage new trade corridors between the Middle East, Asia, and Europe. The world is shifting, and Iraq just took a leading role in that transformation. For dinar holders, this is a defining moment. Many of you have waited, hoped, and believed in this dream for years, maybe decades, and now the proof is in front of you. The RV that was once just a whisper on forums is now international reality. But this is where wisdom becomes more valuable than wealth. As exciting as this time is, the smart move is to act calmly, stay informed, and plan your next steps with care. Financial advisors and experts can help you navigate what comes next, ensuring that your gain becomes lasting prosperity. Across the Middle East tonight, headlines are celebrating. Iraq's name is trending worldwide, not because of conflict but because of triumph. The country that many counted out has just delivered a financial masterstroke that few thought possible. It's not just about currency. It's about confidence. Confidence in leadership, in progress, and in the future. The dinar has become a global symbol of transformation, resilience, and vision. And as the world adjusts to this new reality, one thing is clear. The story of the Iraqi dinar is far from over. This is just the beginning of a new chapter. Over the coming weeks, we'll witness how markets adapt, how governments respond, and how ordinary people embrace this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Whether this is the dawn of a new economic era or the start of even greater transformations, time will tell. But one thing is certain, the dream that many called impossible has now become destiny. So what can you take from this historic moment? That patience, belief, and preparation pay off. That nations just like people can rise again no matter how long it takes. And that sometimes the impossible becomes reality when faith meets strategy. Iraq has proven that, and today the world stands witness. Before we close, take a moment to reflect on this. You are living through financial history. Years from now, people will look back at this week as the turning point when Iraq changed everything. The dinar's revaluation isn't just a story about money. It's a story about rebirth, resilience, and destiny fulfilled. If you found this update helpful, make sure to hit that like button and share it with fellow dinar holders and global investors. Subscribe to Iraqi Dinar News for daily updates, insights, and detailed breakdowns of this incredible financial transformation. Because this is only the beginning and you'll want to stay informed every step of the way. Let's discuss the actual exchange appointment in more detail. Knowing what to expect can eliminate fear and uncertainty. When you arrive for your scheduled appointment, you will be guided to a private room. This is for your security and confidentiality. A trained bank representative will assist you. The first step will be the authentication of your currency notes. They will use specialized scanning devices to verify the security features. This is a standard procedure to prevent fraud. Once authenticated, the system will lock in the live international exchange rate for your transaction. You will then discuss your redemption options. You are not required to take a single lump sum of cash. You can open new, high-yield savings accounts or money market accounts. You can structure the payout in various ways to suit your financial plan. The bank representative should be a facilitator, not an advisor. They are there to execute your decisions, not to pressure you into any specific product. Remember, you are in control of this process from start to finish. Let's zoom out again and look at the international coordination. This event is truly global in scale. The Central Bank of Iraq has not been working alone. Their efforts have been synchronized with the U.S. Treasury, the IMF, and other G20 nations. This collaboration ensures a smooth transition when the new rates go live. There will be no surprises for the major financial markets. The necessary agreements are already signed. The compliance checks have been completed. The digital pathways for fund settlement are open and tested. This level of international cooperation is unprecedented for a currency event of this magnitude. It underscores the fact that this is a sanctioned, structured, and welcome reset of Iraq's currency to its legitimate value. Iraq is being welcomed back into the international financial community as an equal partner. What does this new value actually look like? This is, of course, the multi-million-dollar question. The rates we are seeing in internal bank systems and from financial insiders are staggering. For the Iraqi dinar, figures between $3 and $4 are consistently mentioned. For the Vietnamese dong, numbers in the $2 to $3 range are being reported. These are not arbitrary numbers plucked from thin air. They are based on a complex formula. This formula considers Iraq's vast oil and gas wealth, its mineral resources, its agricultural potential, and its reconstructed infrastructure. The rate is essentially a recognition of Iraq's true national collateral. It is about bringing the currency's external value in line with the nation's immense intrinsic wealth. The same principle applies to Vietnam, with its booming manufacturing sector and thriving export economy. These rates are about establishing fair economic parity, not creating speculative wealth. With life-changing wealth potentially on the horizon, your mindset and preparation become your most valuable assets. The initial excitement of an exchange can be overwhelming. This is why having a plan is absolutely non-negotiable. Your first and most important step is to seek professional guidance. Do not make major financial decisions alone. You will need a team. This team should include a seasoned financial advisor, a trustworthy attorney, and a qualified CPA. Look for professionals with experience in wealth management and international finance. They can help you navigate the complex tax implications and legal structures. Setting up various trusts, for instance, can be a smart move for asset protection and estate planning. A good advisor will help you create a balanced portfolio. This portfolio might include liquid cash, precious metals, real estate, and diversified investments. The goal is to preserve and grow your new wealth for generations, not just for a brief moment of luxury. Let's talk about the psychological impact of sudden wealth. This is a topic often overlooked, but it is critically important. Sudden financial change can be disorienting and stressful. It can strain family relationships and attract unwanted attention. It is vital to guard your peace during this time. Do not feel pressured to make immediate, large purchases or to give money to everyone who asks. Take things very slowly. Allow yourself time to process this new reality. A good financial team will also help you manage these personal dynamics. They can act as a buffer and provide objective counsel. Remember, this journey was about achieving freedom and security. Do not let the arrival of wealth become a source of new anxiety. A measured, patient approach will protect not only your money but also your well-being. Beyond personal wealth, this moment presents a profound opportunity for humanitarian impact. Many of you have held these currencies not just for personal gain, but with a desire to make a difference. This is your chance to turn that desire into action. The world is filled with pressing needs. Consider supporting causes that are close to your heart. This could be funding clean water projects in developing nations. It could be supporting medical research or building schools and hospitals. You could invest in sustainable energy projects that help our planet. Creating a private charitable foundation is a powerful way to structure your giving. This allows you to have a sustained, strategic impact on the issues you care about. Remember, true wealth is not just about what you have. It is about the positive change you can create in the world. This revaluation is, in many ways, a transfer of resources to those who have the heart to use them wisely. As we approach the finish line, it is natural to feel a mix of anticipation and anxiety. The key is to manage your expectations and your energy. The activation of Tier 4B will likely happen with very little public fanfare. There will probably not be a major news announcement. Instead, the system will simply go live. Notifications will be sent. Appointment portals will open. It will be a quiet digital transition. Do not be discouraged by the silence in the mainstream media. In fact, see it as a confirmation. These transitions are designed to be smooth and orderly, not to create media spectacles. Continue your daily life with calm assurance. Keep your currency secure and your documents organized. Trust the process you have followed for so long. The final chapter of this long journey is being written right now. Your patience and perseverance are about to be validated in a way that will redefine your future. We are living through a pivotal moment in financial history. The revaluation of the Iraqi dinar is more than an economic adjustment. It is a symbol of a nation's resilience and recovery. It represents a shift towards a more equitable global financial system. For you, the holder, it is the culmination of years of faith and patience. The signs are all around us. The banking readiness is confirmed. The international agreements are sealed. The sequential tiers are activating. All that remains is the final official trigger for Tier 4B. Stay vigilant, stay informed, stay calm. The wait is almost over. A new chapter of global finance and personal opportunity is beginning. You have a front row seat to history. Make sure you are ready to step onto the stage when your moment arrives.